It's the Cindy Graves Show on Talk Radio 600 WBOB.
Hi, welcome back to the Cindy Graves Show on this beautiful Friday afternoon in Northeast Florida. We are so blessed to have such a wonderful weekend to look forward to, and we're also blessed by a wonderful story coming to us, and this story is actually premiering at the Florida Theater this weekend, and that is the story of the Goodall family. It is being brought to us as a tale of community involvement and heartfelt outreach from the community that doesn't happen everywhere. And we're so proud that we're from Northeast Florida and it's happening here. I'd like to introduce you to Bill Wilson, who is the Executive Director of Builder Care, and he is one of the founders of this that is bringing this tale of uplift to us here in Northeast Florida, centering around the Goodall family. And this is a production that's going to open at Florida Theater on tomorrow, the 19th?
Tomorrow 19th. The show, it's a movie put together, a documentary by Deep Light TV. We have a really great, talented producer here, Mick Richards, who is doing some fun work and good work, and he's followed the work of Builders Care and ICI Homes on the that we did, and just documented. It's absolutely a wonderful
Well, tell
film.
us that, what is Builders Care? Builders Care is a division of the Northeast Florida Builders Association, your outreach program?
That is right. We are a charitable arm of the Northeast Florida Builders Association. We are a construction company, and what we do is we weave materials, donated materials, subcontractors of the Northeast Florida Builders Association. And of course, they're builders, and we handle the good things. We actually have the fun part of the association, and the builders respond, like Don Wilford here with ICI, is respond and build many houses and help a lot of folks. This particular one is the Goodall family, and it's wonderful.
And so you're bringing their story to us because the Goodall family had some challenges in their life, and Northeast Florida Builders Association, through Builders Care, stepped in to make a difference in this family.
That is correct.
Well, I'd like to introduce the mom of the family, and that is Karen Goodall. I think she's rather shy. For those of you who aren't in the studio with us, welcome to the show, Karen.
Thank you, Cindy.
Well, thank you for sharing your story with us. And we also have with us Don Wilford, who is the president of ICI Homes.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you very much. Well, pull the microphones up close to your face. Now, tell me, Don, how did you get involved in this?
Well, we've been involved as a company with Bill since the beginning of this about 10, 12 years ago. And I had learned that the Goodalls were having some issues. Kenny had ALS, and
which is Lou Gehrig's disease.
Lou Gehrig's disease, and was kind of in the prime of his career when he was stricken down. A lot of kids, a small house. We went out and basically found the most deserving family on the planet to help. So,
this is different than Habitat or Habitat for Humanity or all these other things. This is something that you zero in on a particular family in need, and you make their dreams come true.
It's a real extreme. We have a limited time, a couple weeks, to come in and rebuild a house, add on to it. And, we make a casting call to all of our subcontractors and vendors and volunteers, and everybody shows up. And this build went on when the economy started to sink, and it amazes me to this day that everybody stepped up. It was just a great project. We know that it gave Kenny Goodall some peace before he passed away, and a lot of peace for Karen and her family. So, we're the experts of doing what we do. We all believe that if you have a trade skill, you should share it. And that's what we've done and our volunteers have done.
Well, as you say, it's amazing in this economy that especially the builders have taken such a hit, and the housing starts and so forth, that this was able to be accomplished. It truly is a story that is uplifting. So now tell us, one of you, whoever feels most comfortable, about the story of the Goodall family, because it wasn't just that he came down with ALS. There was much more to this tale of this family of faith.
It was about a 2-week build, and one of the children's name was Colin. And right when the house was finished, Colin was diagnosed with leukemia.
Oh, my goodness.
And terrible situation. Went on for quite a while. Colin was a remarkable young man. He was 16, but very mature. And Colin, it was his wishes that this story be told all the way through. He didn't want the story to end with, his father seeing his family settled in a house. He wanted it to follow through to his passing. This is a 4-year epic film.
When did y'all start becoming involved with the Goodall family, the Northeast Florida Builders Association? What year?
In 2008. 2008 was the build. Kenny passed away shortly after that, and Colin has passed away 2 years ago. So it's really a 4-year epic from 2008 when we started the build all the way through till today.
What might help here is that there's really 2 films being shown. The first one is the ICI Builders Care rebuilding the Goodall family home at 5 o'clock. And then we're going to have a nice intermission. There's going to be some food there. There's going to be.
And this is all at the Florida Theater.
This is all at Florida Theater, starting at 5 o'clock. So during the first intermission, I don't have it precisely, but it's around 7:30. We've got food trucks coming out. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to have food. And then we're going to come back in and we're going to view the Collins story, which is the second part of the story that Mick Richards with Deep Light TV has put together. And it's a moving tale. It's a tale about how faith-based people face adversity and face it right. This Goodall family is an amazing family, and they've been dealt a tragic blow, but in every turn of these events, they have showed dignity and faith, and I really believe that it's going to inspire people in how we need to be today.
And this is a double feature, and the Florida Theater seats 1,900 people, and there's about 500 tickets left. So if anybody can't afford to come out, please come out. We have a head volunteer named Uncle Dave. He'll be out front, so just stop by and see him, and he'll get a free ticket.
So and these tickets are generally, though, for sale for those that can't afford them, and they're on the Florida Theater website.
Yes.
And you can buy them at the gate at $10.
Yeah.
Well, and all the proceeds, I guess, after you've paid for the Florida Theater, go back into your fund for
it goes back into Builders Care, and the amazing thing about Builders Care, for every dollar we raise, it leverages $3 or $4 because we can apply all that back into volunteer materials and labor, and so yes, everything goes back in to help other families.
And so I want to tell our people who are just joining us now, we are here talking about the Goodall story that is premiering at the Florida Theater tomorrow, and it begins at 5 o'clock. And then it's a double feature. Another story of a brave young man follows it, and he is also a member of the Goodall family. We are here with Don Wilford of the ICI Homes and Bill Wilson, who is the executive director of Builder Care, as well as the mother of this wonderful family, and her name is Karen Goodall. Karen, please tell me, how did your faith sustain you through all of this? I mean, I imagine with the builders stepping up and coming to you the way they did, I can't imagine what you've been through.
First off, I mean, it's not anything that you ever expect to happen to you. It was just circumstances, brought Builders Care into our life. One of Kenny's hospice nurses, had connections with ICI Homes.
And Kenny was your husband, for those that are just joining us.
Yes.
And he passed away of Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yes. He was diagnosed in 2006, and the doctors gave him a year to 3 years to live. And, he every day, it was a struggle. And, of course, the more the disease progressed, the harder it got for him. But Builders Care stepped in and helped us out. We did have a small home. And there was a lot of us. There were six kids in the family, and they stepped in and expanded our home and made it more livable, and certainly, helped us out where Kenny was concerned with the wheelchair and the ramps and, everything that, houses are not usually equipped with.
Right.
But
well, and you're still in the home today.
Yes.
Well, we certainly appreciate you and such a brave woman too to share your story this way. I know that it takes a lot, and so now you reside in the home with your 5 surviving children. And do you have any words out there for people who are going through, either Lou Gehrig's disease or leukemia in their family?
diseases, you never know when they're going to come, and everybody experiences things differently. I can just tell you that my faith is what has sustained me, knowing that God's always on my side. He's always got my back through the hard times, through the easy times. He's always there. And I know that that's what's gotten me through. A lot of people look at me and they tell me, you're such a strong lady, and it's not me, it's him. I just do what I need to do, and I lean on him for guidance and that next step forward. So,
well, the Lord definitely brought you some heroes in with these two gentlemen that we're sitting here with, Don Wilford and Bill Wilson. Now tell us, Don Wilford, you own ICI Homes. You're the president of
I'm the president of ICI Homes. We're a statewide builder, build in several cities in
of family homes traditionally.
Yeah, it's a single family homes. The owner of our company is Mr. Maury Hassini, and Maury is led by example. He is given a lot more than he's ever taken, and he's passed that philosophy down to us, and I hopefully pass it down to my employees. And it's just better to give than take, and we have a lot of people that do that. Kenny would have done the same for us. If you had the opportunity to meet Kenny, he would have done the same for us. He would have helped us.
Did you know Kenny Goodall, though, before all this happened?
Kenny was a builder. He was in the building and construction industry, and we had a wonderful relationship because of that. We've done a lot of projects, but it was a special project to be doing this for Kenny, one of our construction brethren.
Yeah, we've done many of these shows, and usually it's kind of like you see on Extreme Home Makeover, where you send the family away. We didn't want that to happen. Kenny, while he was in a wheelchair and weak, his mind was there. So we parked him in the front yard. He got to watch everything.
He probably had a little advice there too for you, if you were messing up.
He was the boss. He was the boss. There's no doubt about that.
You bet.
Well, now this show, this is what struck me, and possibly our listeners as well. So you do the project and you film it all the way through the project, so you can bring this story. Is this always the way you do when you help somebody in such need?
But we don't film it all. We have done quite a bit as Builders Care. We've helped a lot of people. On occasion, Deep Light films us and puts it out as a documentary. We're thankful for that. But Builders Care as a whole, we've done a lot of things. We built for the Baselli Foundation. Right now, we're building a women's and children's facility with Gateway. We rebuilt the Second Harvest Food Bank and a Daniel Memorial Rec Room this summer. So we help nonprofits.
Well, that's wonderful. We sure do appreciate it. For everyone who is joining us or wants to take advantage of this, it is going to be at the Florida Theater. The tickets are on sale at thegoodallfamilystory.com. This premiere will happen on Saturday, January 19th. It's a double feature event. It'll start at 5 o'clock at the Florida Theater. If there's some reason you're not able to participate financially, they might have a few free tickets for you.
He'll be up front.
Uncle Dave, that's your code word if you need to get a free ticket. Karen Goodall, we thank you so much for bringing yourself, these gentlemen with you, and your lovely children that are in the other studio. And you've made my day. It's uplifting, and God bless you all. Don Wilford of ICI Homes and Bill Wilson, Executive Director of Builder Care of Northeast Florida. Thank you so very much for being with us, and God bless you all. We'll be right back after these messages with our next guest on Talk Radio 600 WBOB. Thanks for listening.
And you're listening to Talk Radio 600 WBOB in Jacksonville, the Cindy Graves Show, taking your calls as per usual.